Who keeps whistling? This is cracking me up. Let me turn this around. Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion. Whoa. Turn it upside down. Whoa. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Now you can't see me either. Go on, you're so pretty. The violin keeps moving to the nitty gritty. Oh my God, Taylor's probably like, shut up and stop singing. Oh, this hair really needs to be washed. But I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking. Then I'll tell myself I'm over you. I'll be the king of wishful thinking. I lost my earring. I'm so upset right now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And welcome to Coffee Talk. I know I'm late, but I had to stand in line to get coffee. This is New York. How's everybody doing? Hi, Lena. Hello, everyone. I should get glasses. Let me get my glasses. Hold on. This is nasty. Hold on. First of all, so I forgot pajamas, so I brought this dress to sleep in. Well, I used this dress to sleep in, and I had one boob out everywhere I turned. Well, hello. Hello. Helen, I'm not praying to St. Anthony for my earring, honey. It's not that serious, but I do love St. Anthony. I feel guilty praying for that kind of stuff when there's so many things I really need to be praying about. Anyway, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm late. I needed coffee. I'm a mess. First of all, to Samantha, the beautiful young lady who saw me out at dinner last night and walked up to me. If you ever see me in public, I want you to handle it exactly the way Samantha did. She saw me out at dinner last night and she waited for us to have a natural break in our dinner. They had taken our food and I was having dinner with a colleague and we both were checking our phones because we don't check our phones during dinner. So after they took our food, we were checking our phones so she knew it was safe. And she walked over and she goes, Jamie? And I look over at her and I go, yeah. And she goes, I love you today. And I knew what, I didn't have to know her name. I knew who she was. I knew everything I needed to know about her. And I said, I love you today. And she walked over and we hugged and she sat down with us and we took a selfie. So Samantha, if you are out there watching this morning, I loved meeting you last night. It was so awesome. And thank you for coming over to say hello to me. Okay, so let's talk about Jamie's biggest issue. Okay. So I have triggers. When I like somebody, when I care for someone, even when I get crushes on people, and yes, I get crushes on people. I'm married, I'm not dead, okay? You can judge me if you want, but save your judgment till the end, okay? When they disappear without warning, I take it very personally. Signal, so this is just gonna have to, sorry guys, the signal in the hotel is not great for some reason. I tend to take people's silence as abandonment. It stems from my father. There's no question. It also stems from all the time I spent with people who used affection and sex and love as a weapon. When you are engaged with people who withhold affection from you as a form of punishment, you start to take silence as abandonment. And I struggle with that a lot. It is a huge trigger for me. So when I am in business with somebody or in a friendship or whatever the case may be, if they pull away from me for any reason, I immediately feel abandoned. It immediately affects my mood. It affects my focus. It affects my concentration. I become consumed with it. I may not do anything. I may not call them. I may not text them, but it is affecting me. It is a real trigger for me. The number one thing besides whooping people's ass that I have to consciously work on is my triggers about abandonment. I am telling you now that when you are a young girl and your father dies, or mother, I can only speak for father because that was my situation, you begin to think that, well, it unfortunately, it warps your fairy tale, right? It lets you know people die. Men leave, people die, things happen. It isn't that I think that when people pull away from me, they're dead. That's not the case. It's just that I am triggered by that feeling. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. I'm going to be really painfully honest with you. I have somebody right now that I am doing business with, and something happened a couple of nights ago, and it was a him thing. It had nothing to do with me. And for 24 hours, he disappeared. And I took it extremely personally. It had nothing to do with me. It was an issue that he had in his own life. And he needed to process it, and he needed to work through it, and he needed to go do whatever. And I was consumed with the fact that also it's a little, okay, so it's a combination of triggers. It's also a little bit of our ego who says, well, why wouldn't he want to come to you? Why wouldn't he think you're worth, you can fix it? Why wouldn't he turn to you, right? So between the triggers and the egos and the blah, 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 it's a lot for me. I really, really struggle with that. And I don't want to. I don't want to, because the truth is I need to learn to be okay when people are active in my life and when they are passive. Not everybody can be active in my life every single day. It's just not plausible. And by the way, my mind knows that. And just when I said it out loud to you just now, I felt a little anxiety in my stomach. So my mind knows it, but it is a trigger for me. So for those of you, I know a lot of only children retreat when they need time. And they don't understand how it affects people around them. My mother is an only child. When my mother would feel overwhelmed or something would happen, she would retreat from people, which would make her friends feel ghosted. She wasn't trying to ghost them. That's how she grew up surviving, was by herself. So a lot of times we take silence as rejection. We take silence as abandonment. And I just want you to know that 9 times out of 10, silence is not abandonment. It's processing. People just need to work through things. And you know what? The whole maybe they're busy. No, we all know that's bullshit. Nobody's too busy to text you back. It's just they're not. Okay? So, I think that if you are a person who retreats into yourself when you need to process, maybe you can communicate to the people who love you, hey, I want to make sure you understand my silence is not abandonment. My silence is processing, and I want you to know it has nothing to do with you. It's the way I need to do things, because that is such a gift that you can give the people that you love so they don't feel like you're ghosting them. It is the worst feeling when you love someone, when you care for someone, and they shut down on you and you don't understand why. And if you are somebody who is triggered by that and you believe it is because of you, It is an awful feeling. So, and if you are somebody who is triggered by silence and you believe that you're being abandoned, welcome to my club. We are in the same boat. Anyway, I just wanted to put this in front of you, make you think about it, and know that you're not alone. Everybody needs alone time. I understand that. Of course I do. But I think that there is a way to do it without making the people around you feel like you're abandoning them. And I just want to also tell you that okay, well, the wireless sucks, so I have to go. But I just want to tell you that my hotel room looks into somebody else's hotel room. And if they have sex tonight, I'm totally watching because that's who I am. I love you guys so much today. Have a great, great day.